Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the completion gets them just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 28-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Play action. Now Wilson. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 31, Wilson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The Raiders had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, the Raiders. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, helping good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. On 3rd down, here's Jones. Oh, he's got a little down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 7-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. Caught out right by Renfro. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They're pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It was DJ Jones who's there for the tackle. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 if people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's got room. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle, Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Taken down at the 42.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He's brought down to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. That's Crosby. Came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fourth down, here's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 22 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Wilson on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They go play action with Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Broncos 17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number empirical.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwegu now.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fair return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On first down, Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They had a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Las Vegas, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 5.
Got your best friend